the expression New York never sleeps? Well, you better believe it, because there's always something to do and people to see. And that's why today I'm going to be talking about how Long Island has shaped me into the person I am today. So basically, Long Island is full of so many things to do since there's so many places like the beach, the city, the farms, and the suburbs, all with many different attributes in and of itself. And the island is such a place of closeness with tight-knit communities. A big aspect of Long Island is its sense of familial belonging, and one of those ways that can be shown is through the food. One of the places my family loves is Jordan's Lobster Farm. It's where we've gone for so many special events. One of them being when I passed my driver's test, which is where my mom went when she passed her driver's test with her mom. And another thing we used to do was me and my brother used to pick out our lobsters from there that we would hang out with for the day, letting them play together, and then we'd magically end up with lobster for dinner. Another place near and dear to my family's heart is pizza parlors. And so there's one right by my school, and me and my friends would always be able to go during lunch, after games, after different pep rallies and such. And it just allowed for us to find a tight-knit community of people within our school. And it also allowed for us to be able to go somewhere and be able to see someone we know. Another pizza parlor near and dear to my heart is one inside of my town, Malvern. And it was a place where we would go during the summer of quarantine, and it was the first place that started really seeing traction again, and it really showed us all that our tight-knit community was really coming back together. It was also a place where many birthday parties were held when we were younger. With Long Island being super family-oriented, landscapes and being very compact allowed for there to be so many places to go and so many things to do. One of them being going to museums. This is the Great Hall of Aviation, my favorite, and we'd be able to go all the time, and it always allowed for me to go and adventure out and see all these different planes and such. And we'd be able to go to the arcade after, and allowed for my family to get really close and bond over strange things. Another place that my family loves is the beach, and we were able to get really close together because we'd be able to go crabbing multiple times. We were able to go to the beach and find seashells together that we'd paint at home, and we'd also be able to just have a good time in the beach and in the water. Another big aspect in Long Island are the farms out east. So we'd go there for pumpkin picking, apple picking, and we'd be able to go there all day and all night for different festivals and such. Another big aspect was the petting zoos that were also out east in the farms, and we'd be able to go there, and it just shows how there's so many different examples of family activities that are all over Long Island, which is such a big thing in my upbringing, and it allowed for me to be so close with my family because there was always something we'd be able to do together. Now, another big part of Long Island is growing up in such a big community. And so, especially living in Malvern, we were able to have annual things such as we would do pumpkin decorating, the tree lighting, and we'd also have Easter egg hunts. And we'd be able to get so close-knit because we'd be seeing each other so often. And it helped me realize that the people around me were so worth remembering and getting to know. And it made me ambitious to be close with new people. And more community events were fairs and parades where you were able to meet people, and the village just became so much more personable. Now, this sense of community transfers towards my friends. It allowed for this closeness transfers to our schools because we were able to get so close together because there were always things around us for us to do, for us to go to after different events. We were able to go to sunrise on the beach, scavenger hunts together, and I am able to use this as a model for friendships for my future. Now, with so many accessible things on Long Island, there's hard to make excuses to not go out, which allowed for us to everyone become so close as a community, as families, as friends. And it's the reason I'm able to form great relationships with others, and it's the reason I branch out every chance I get. Thank you.